What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome back to another episode of the Portsmouth Career Mode series. This is episode number 63, guys, and we're going to start today's episode off by having a little look at the squad report for this month. As always, if you do want to see any players that have grown in this month's squad report, then of course feel free to pause the video and take a look at some of the players that are growing for this month and overall for this season. But I have to say, I'm very happy so far with the squad growth. Of course, we're still waiting to see on the players that we've actually loan glitched, especially Neil Morpay. We'll wait to see if he is actually going to start growing. Of course, we did increase his potential in the last episode, I do believe, where we did cover transfer deadline day. If you did miss that episode, I do recommend you go back and watch it. A very interesting episode indeed. And you can see there that we actually also have Dele Alli, who is now showing great potential too. But I am hoping that a lot of these players will start to develop into really good players for us. And overall, I'm very happy with the transfers that we actually did in the transfer window. We signed a lot of players, we sold quite a few as well. And overall, I think this is going to be a good enough squad to maybe, just maybe, challenge for Europe. But, you know, it's not really our main aim this season. Our main aim is to stay in the Premier League for another season and avoid relegation. That's what's been set by the board. And I think that one is a realistic one, to be honest. We're not one of the best sides in the Premier League, and I think that will show this season. Although it would be nice to get into Europe, we'll just have to wait and see and how the games actually play. You can also see that I have actually also hired a little bit of a better scout. In fact, a much better scout, a 5 million scout. He has actually blown a lot of my budget away, and you can also see at the league table there, we are currently sitting in 6th after 4 games, which really isn't actually that bad. I'm very happy with that. It's more interesting to see the teams in the relegation zone, really, and you'll have a look at them in a minute. We've got Manchester City down there and also Liverpool, so really it's been a crazy start to the season, and the teams that are in the top 4 and the top 5, they're also a big surprise as well. As we go into the first game of today's episode against West Bromwich Albion, we've got teams like Norwich up there in the top 4, which is crazy because they were a team that I believe got promoted with us last season. I could be wrong though, and you can see there that West Bromwich Albion, just quickly there, you can see that they were sitting in 14th place as we go into this match. So it's going to be an interesting one, but I think that this is a match that really we should be the ones that are picking up the win in this match. And I'm saying that because West Bromwich Albion, and no offence to them really, but West Bromwich Albion, they are one of the weakest sides in the Premier League, and I feel that it's probably a match that we should be getting a win in, or at least a draw, because they are, well, I think they're one of the relegation favourites. But unfortunately for me, that is a lovely goal there. I could not do anything about that. What a lovely goal that is by West Bromwich Albion, sorry. A really lovely, well-worked goal. And you can see there the first time passing, absolutely unbelievable. 2 back heels, and it leads into the path of Graham Dorrans, who puts it into the back of the net and makes it 1-0 in this match. They could have even got a second goal as Adrian, the ex-Leeds man there, having a shot, and luckily Tom Heaton is there to make a good save. And again, it would be Adrian passing it off here to Chris Brunt. He would play it back there to Adrian, and I do not know how that one went into the back of the net. Really, that shouldn't have sneaked in at the near post. Heaton has made some fine saves. He made a great save off of Adrian's shot earlier in the game, and he really should have done a lot better there. I think that that was a miss hit really from Chris Brunt. I don't think he actually meant to get it back to Adrian there, but nevertheless, he did get the second goal in the game, and boy did we have a mountain to climb if we were going to get back into it, that's for sure. I was certainly angry after Tom Heaton's mistake there, but really in these kind of matches, what are you going to do when that happens to you? He just hit it first time from well outside the box. I think it did take a deflection actually, which kind of made it difficult for Tom Heaton. Luckily he saved it, but in the end we end up losing to West Bromwich Albion 2-0. Not an ideal result, considering in the last episode we actually beat, I think it was, yeah, we beat Arsenal in the last episode, and to get a loss here against West Bromwich Albion, not good enough in my opinion. It just simply isn't good enough, and it was a shame because that meant that we would actually drop down to 14th after that. So we actually gone from 6th to 14th within the space of no time whatsoever. One match and we're already down into 14th. But of course it is early in the season, and we will see how well we do as we go into the next match here against Brighton and Hove Albion in the Capital One Cup. Not really got too much ambition for this Capital One Cup, but we'll have a look at the team that I'm putting up anyway. I'm putting up a bit of a weaker side against Brighton here. They are a championship side, and that is exactly why I fielded a little bit of a weaker side, giving Matthew Ryan a debut there. Matt Wilczynski on the right midfield position, one of our youth players actually with 5-star skill moves. If you did miss it from the end of last season, we did actually promote him, and he looks like a brilliant player for the future. But the first chance in the game did come here for Brighton and Hove Albion, and we really should have been punished there. Adama picking up the ball there, the ex-Barcelona winger, and somehow he put his shot wide there. It was Lascelles I lost the ball with. A really sloppy pass, and that could have almost led to a goal there that could have put them in front, and an even better chance there really for Mouya, but again, he put his shot wide, but we would get a chance here in the 37th minute ourselves. Matt Wilczynski cutting inside with the Ronaldo chop, somehow still keeping hold of the ball, but unfortunately it's saved by Walton, and in the end we actually managed to clear it away, but it didn't matter. We'd bring Jordan Ibe off the bench to Tartar, and he would make an instant impact here in the 62nd minute, fake shotting round the defender, using his blistering pace, and really, sometimes you got to get a little bit of luck on your side. You know, we saw in the West Bromwich Albion game, there was a lot of luck involved, and in this match, there was also a lot of luck involved, really. Getting that opening goal right there with Jordan Ibe, there was a lot of luck involved in it. Just shot it and hope for the best, and, well, the keeper really should have done a lot better there. I'm surprised he didn't actually manage to save that, at least parry it out of danger, but it went underneath him, and in the end that gave us the momentum to maybe go ahead and pick up a second goal here, as Matt Wilczynski causing trouble again. This time he tees up Dele Alli though, and he puts it into the back of the net and doubles our lead here. Dele Alli, the player that I did actually bring off the bench as well. 2 impact substitutions, and they actually managed to do very well. Matt Wilczynski though, he was all about that goal. He really did everything in the build up to that goal. Dele Alli just had to get some contact on it, and he'd put it into the back of the net and make it 2-0. But I was very happy in this match. I fielded a very weak side compared to my strongest starting 11, and it seems to have pretty much paid off in this match. I mean, I would have liked it to have been a little bit better. You know, we scored very late on in the game, you know, late on in the second half, I should say. We had a lot of chances, probably should have taken some of them in the first half. Matt Wilczynski, he had a great opportunity to score, but of course he missed it at the near post. But I really thought that it was a game that we did play well in, and we advanced in the Capital One Cup to the next round and into the next game, the third and final game of today's episode, guys. And we are playing Cardiff City here, of course, a side that actually did get promoted with us last season. So I wasn't actually too sure about Norwich, but I am sure that Cardiff City, they did actually get promoted via the playoffs, and they have a very strong side actually, one that I was actually a little bit worried about. I mean, they've got some good players in there, and they're probably an equal match to us, to be honest. But we do get the first chance of the game here in the 3rd minute. It's Jordan Ibe going down the left-hand side again, causing trouble for the defenders, and unfortunately, that was actually John Anthony Brooks all the way up from the back, having a header there, and it's well saved by the goalkeeper, and it does remain at 0-0. Really, there weren't too many chances in this game, and then that happened. Oh my god, that is the most ridiculous own goal that you'll ever see. What on earth is Cyrus Christie doing there? I have no idea. What a finish it is. I mean, look at that. He just flicks it over Matthew Ryan, and he puts it into the back of the net. Unbelievable, really. And you'll see later on in the game why it is really unbelievable and very scary, actually. They get another good chance there, so maybe double their lead, but it's a bad miss from Gigliotti, I do believe that is actually. But we would get a chance here in the 81st minute, looking for the equaliser. It's John Anthony Brooks passing it to Berahino. I tried to go for the finesse shot at the near post, and well, I don't know what that's all about. You'll have a look at the replay now. What on earth is going on there? 2 own goals in one game. What is the goalkeeper doing there? Why didn't he boot it out first time? It went through his legs, and then the defender ran it into the back of the net. It didn't make any sense whatsoever. 2 own goals in the match, and it was just one of the most ridiculous matches that I've ever played in. Unbelievable goals. You wouldn't have expected it to finish 1-1 with 2 own goals. That is just unbelievable. But in the end, we do pick up a vital point in our hopes of staying in the Premier League this season. Really not too many chances in the game. You can see there, not too many shots whatsoever. But this is going to be the end of the episode, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. And if you have enjoyed this episode of Career Mode, please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already, as it really does help out my channel, guys, and it shows me that you are enjoying this series and you do want it to continue. But other than that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.